What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. We're talking about how to make $1,000 in a week with apps. So many people are like, Erica, I don't want to do Uber, I don't want to Lyft. And we're going to show you examples today to kind of get your mindset shaken up a little bit. Because a lot of times what you're speaking from is a place of frustration or a place of lack. Many people are like $20,000 to $50,000 in a hole. And so if you don't tell them, oh, here's this job that's going to pay $60,000 a year, $100,000 a year, immediately they're dismissive. Same thing goes with Uber and Lyft and apps. People get really dismissive really quickly if it doesn't solve their problem. And a lot of you have a problem that's going to take 2-3 years to get rid of. That's just honest. If you're really honest with yourself. Now, can you change your budget in a week? For sure. A lot of people are sometimes hit with emergencies. But what are these emergencies coming out of? You know, car issues, different things going on, but a lot of it is no budget. I don't know how I can keep saying this to you guys. I know it makes you frustrated, but no budget. A lot of times people say, well, here's my rent, here's my car payment. Everything else goes in my pocket, or I do what I want. And that's not going to help you get further. Because what happens is we get that second job, we get that part-time job, we do that second thing, and then we just spend the money. The money we eat out more, we go to Starbucks, whatever it is. But when I talk to most people on the phone and they do, the gig economy, they complain because here's what's usually happening. You're not doing a set number of hours. I'm talking about 3 to 5 hours a day. If you have no other job, and people hate me when I say this, if you have no other job and you're not picking kids up from school at 2 o'clock, even soccer moms who are like, I got to pick my kid up at 2. They went to school at 8. You're picking them up at 2. Yes, I know a house gets dirty. Yes, I know there's things you have to do. But you have significant hours there to dedicate, at least to the lunch rush, to do things. Same goes for, if you're a guy and you lost your job, this is your job, dude. Applying for jobs and this is your job. Straight up. And people hate hearing that. They hate hearing that. But if you know your budget, if you know, hey, I spend about $3 grand a month, that means I need a minimum of $100 a day. Most people are going to go, well, no, Eric, I need all my money at the beginning of the month because of rent. Well, that means you just need to be saving everything this month to your first of the month next month, right? People wait to the last minute. They wait to the 30th of the month and be like, I need $1,000, Erica. That's not how this works, Bo. So look, I'm going to get over and share some pages. I am in Austin, Texas. So if you hear me say things like Favor app and a couple of different apps like, we have rideshare, Austin Ride. These things aren't available in every city. They're actually unique to Austin, Texas. But a lot of them are all over the whole United States. And many are going to say, well, Erica, my area is slow. If you have an Android or you have an Apple phone, pull up your phone and look in the apps. Type in delivery. Look up all these different apps. You have this massive power thing in front of you, these powerful phones, and yet you will not research for yourself. Many people, this is what they do. Erica, I see the average driver only makes $17 or $20 an hour. I need more than that. No, what you need is a reality check, is what you need. You are in a hole. What is the first rule of being in a hole? Stop digging. Stop digging the hole deeper. And many of you are trying to dig the hole deeper. You're trying to wiggle around without it being uncomfortable. And guess what? Your situation should make you uncomfortable. There are a lot of you who call me and I go, I would be itching to figure out how to solve my problem. So let's go on and share some of these screens, how to make $1,000 a week. I just did a video previously of how to make $4,000 in a month. And this is many people are doing this. This isn't some ridiculous thing, but here's the thing. The number 1, 2, and 3. Have a budget. 2, I'm talking about real hours. I'm talking about 32 hours a week. Don't tell me, Eric, I need my Sunday and my Saturday. No, you're in a hole. You need to dig out of the hole. That's what you need. You can either dig out of the hole in a short time or you can dig out of the hole in 4 or 5 years. Because that's what a lot of people are doing. They're just I'm just gonna work my job and let my job and put $25 a week to it. I don't care. I don't care. Okay then. You've told me what you want. You told me what you want to do. So look, I'm gonna share the screen and show you some examples of other channels, because what's funny is I get a lot of comments like, Erica, you share other people's channels. There's a plenty to go around in the world, and that's an abundance mindset. That I don't mind sharing other channels. I don't mind sharing other people who are helpful and do what I do or can do what I do better. Why? Because it's abundance mindset. There's just in America alone, there's 300 million people, right? A little bit more than that. But there's 300 million people. And for people to sit there and go, I got to get at least 100 clients. Honey, the world is yours. The oyster is yours. Like, there's plenty of people who can do what you do, but you can also, people follow you. They follow what you do. So, all right, everybody, we're going to share this screen. We're going to get over here so you can start seeing what I'm talking about here. And we're going to start with a young man called Jermaine. Let me know if everybody can see the screen. Please comment in the comments below. Let me know you can see the screen. I want to make sure you are able to see what is going on. That makes me frustrated when I think I switched over the channel and I didn't. It's okay. All right. So we're starting with Jermaine. He's got like 24,000 subscribers. We're going over here, and he loves being on a boosted board. But, he talks about travel blog, all this good stuff. But here you go, Uber X. He's made 40 hours a week driving, 1,500, 5Xing, talking about do not, refinance your cars, talking about saving money on taxes, Postmates. He's talking about and giving you several examples of $1,000+ weeks. This kid, if you watch his channel, he has money. This kid lives in a nice place. This kid has a car. This kid buys toys like nobody's business. I'm talking about GoPros. I'm talking about boosted boards. I'm talking about you name it. Now, he's not a kid. He's like 25-ish or whatever. But here's the thing. What people don't understand is he's using a few hours of his day, and look what he's doing. He's recording videos. He's going out to meetups, hanging out and meeting people. He's going cross country. He's using the train. How? Because this is his job. This is his money. Right? He's talking about stash event. He's just talking about putting money, 10% of your money off to the side while you do these apps. I'm just trying to give you guys opportunities here to see this. What happens is I think a lot of us think, hey, I've been in an office working. I can't be doing all this running around, Erica. That's not for me. But if it has to be for you, then so be it. All right. So just give you an example of this kid's page. I think he does a great job. He pretty much vlogs his day where he's running around. And so, you just gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, all right, let's kick it over to another man. Okay, this one is Rideshare Genius. But I want you to look over to the right side of the screen and look at the videos down here. Okay, we got driving for Postmates, Uber Eats. You see Jermaine again. Postmates versus Caviar. He's in California, so there's a whole nother thing called Caviar. Jasper, Daily Pay. So what Daily Pay is if you drive for Fasten, which is a local to Austin, you drive for what's the name of that, DoorDash and a few other ones, you can get paid every single day. You can transfer. You can pay $2.99 transfer and get it roll it on, right? So again, Grubhub, Postmates. I mean, we can name stuff all day long, but a lot of these Postmates are like dropping off a favor, a package, a food. And you don't have to have people in your car. That's why I like these kids doing these different reviews, because you don't even have to have folks in your actual car. You just taking food, you go to the restaurant, you pick it up, you drop it off. Look at this guy, $100, $200 a day, Grubhub, working DoorDash. And I'm not knocking these things because I've actually tried them, and I've actually even one or two have actually delivered just to see how terrible it was. It's not terrible. I've done it myself. There was like a 2-year mark where I delivered pizzas in 100-degree Texas weather, going up and down stairs. And you know what I told myself? Never again. I will work my butt off in my business, in my painting company. I'll put out bandit signs so that I can be next level and I don't have to be running around. But people aren't even willing to do the struggle. They want to skip all that and just go straight into having a business. I'm sorry, everybody's not that talented. I'm just being honest. So back up at the video, he made $159 in 3 hours with DoorDash and Postmates. If you watch these videos, a lot of these guys, what they do is they leave both apps on. It's different from just Uber. It's not like a lot of these guys have 2 phones. And I showed you in that one video how you can go get a smartphone nowadays for $29 prepaid and make one phone for one app, one phone for another app. Just split your apps up, put Lyft on one phone, this on the other phone. A lot of these guys run 2 apps all day. Or they do lunch rush and dinner rush. Okay, let's go over to another one. This guy right here is $1,500 in a week. Now look at these hours. These hours are a little bit ridiculous. He did drive 70 hours. That's crazy. That's too crazy for me. But look on the flip side. This one day, drove 14 hours, did $300. Now, many of you don't need to drive 70 hours. That's crazy, right? You don't need to do that. But 40 hours should be good enough, should suffice, right? Should be more than enough. That's the trend I'm seeing. If you do about 40 hours, you get about $1,000. But this is just one of those extreme examples where you show a guy who's been really driving like crazy. Now also look to the right. How make $1,000 or more with Lyft. There's one woman who stopped driving for Lyft. I mean, everybody has their stories, but a lot of these are hooks to get you over there to the video. You see all the videos over there, Lyft, Uber. They're telling you how to do the, you know, get around stuff, go find stuff, make money. This girl right here made $934 in 1 week. Look at that. Boss up and drive. So what am I saying here? Look, even more. This is from last year, but $1,000 weeks, $1,000 weeks. Here's the key. If you're in a hole, stop digging. Many people will say, Erica, I need to sit down and I need to think about it. I need to think. You know, yeah, you need to think, but you also need to take action. And some of you, if you drove for a week, you know, consistently 2 or 3 hours every night after work, and then got home and processed what was going on with your situation. Every time I've worked 1 or 2 jobs, that was when I was most concrete on what I wanted to do and did not want to do. The more I was at a job where I was like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I know what I want to do next. I'm going to go take my real estate license and be done. Then I was serious about it, right? But you can look at all these people, and the first thing they say is, Erica, but about the wear and tear on your car. What about the wear and tear on your car? The average American flips cars every 3-4 years. So please miss me with that fake argument. Oh, the wear and tear on my car. Your kids vomit in the back seat, tear things up more than any other thing could damage your car. So let's stop with the fake narrative of like the damage and the wear and tear on your car. The thing is, people will ride on bad brakes for months, but you can't do that when you're doing these apps. You have to go get your crap checked out, right? So that's a lot of what I'm hearing is when people say, well, what about maintenance? What about maintenance? All these things are possible to be written off. Another thing I want you guys to know in this video is I want you guys to have a business bank account. Get an LLC. Get these things written off. Really treat it like a business. When you start respecting your side hustle, the respect comes back. If you're just saying, oh, I just make a little bit of extra money, guess what you're going to do every day? You're going to go, you know, get an extra something to eat. You're going to put a little extra, you know, on your phone bill. You're going to play with the money because the money is not serious. Here's this guy. Oh gosh, let me see if I can screw down and see his name. He's called the passive driver. Why is he the passive driver? Because, you know, for a while he was passively doing it and then he got serious. But look here, he did 99 rides, he did it 41 hours. You are gonna, if you work a 40-hour-a-week job, you are going to drive more than that. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, in the morning, you're gonna work 40 hours at your job, then you're gonna drive an hour in the morning, hour in the afternoon in traffic, then also the time it took you to get up in the morning. Correct? Correct. Also the time it takes you, then you're talking about taxes and you name it, right? So, you know, people really are kind of being in denial about the possibilities here, right? And again, I said, if you don't want to do Lyft, you don't want to do Uber, there's Uber Eats, there's DoorDash. Open up your phone, look at the apps. There's countless apps for package delivery. You have Amazon Flex, where you're just picking up packages from a lot of these new warehouses and dropping them off. You've got options. So again, this guy made $900 in 1 week, and this is just on his Lyft. We're not even looking at his other stuff he's doing. And he talks about daytime driving versus night driving. I know a lot of people who only do day driving. They only do day driving because guess what? When people need to go to work, they go to work. When people need to go to doctor's appointments, you have those people. Here's another one. Let's see if it'll flip over. Oh, I wanted to play. Hold on.
I want to talk about.
Sorry about that. I want to get in trouble. Here's another guy. He's basically talking about how he made $4,800 in a month with Lyft. You know what I'm saying? People are really, really, really enjoying themselves. And they're sharing this on this video. And yes, now you see in here where people say, hey, click my promo for a free ride. Click my promo because as they sign up drivers, they make money. So there's different ways people are doing this, right? But it doesn't have to be this crazy thing. You know, people used to never take cabs, never want to, you know, people are like, oh, I hate the bus. This is what they're doing now. Instead, they're going to ride in Ubers and Lyfts. And the number one thing I tell people is keep your car clean, keep it available for decisions. I've seen people it literally took 2 days for this one guy to clean his car out so he could start driving. And I said, dude, your car should never be that bad. So anyways, and then one more, rideshare genius. Here's rideshare genius. I like him. He's upbeat. I think I showed you the other video, but like, he's just talking about it being a side hustle. He's talking about it being this great opportunity for him to travel, you know, and daily pay, and you name it. And so I want you guys to be able to see other people's channels so that it's not like, well, Erica said, I said this is possible, but I don't believe her. You ain't got to believe me, baby. Like, the proof is in the pudding. And what I'm realizing is a lot of people do not Google. They do not Google. Or if they do Google, they say, well, 2 people had a negative response about it, so I ain't going to do it, Erica. Well, okay, that's fine. Like, you've made a decision, and that's okay. But again, it doesn't change your situation. So here it is. He's showing you all these different things. But again, if you just go on your Android phone right now or your Apple phone and you look at apps, free apps, all these different delivery apps and driver apps are on there. So many, like Task Rabbits out there, so many different opportunities to do different things. Even in Austin, there's a thing called Favor. In Favor, you can go pick up stuff from grocery stores, convenience stores, and you're dropping off at people's houses. There's a lot of little niftiness out there in the marketplace. Why? Because people don't have time to leave their house. You know, we talked about Instacart in the last video. All these different opportunities where people, they just, oh man, I'm so behind. I can't leave my house. Can you drop my groceries off to me? Can you drop my dinner off to me? It saves them time and gives them a few more minutes with their kids, so they don't have to pile all their kids in the car and go. So it's just that kind of thing. So any other questions, you guys? Do you guys have any questions about this strategy to make $1,000 a week? Again, you know, it's going to take a couple days for them to do a background check. Usually it takes 1 day. If you have all your buttons and everything posted, you know, they get to moving pretty quickly. So you don't have that many problems, but it's just something to look at. And really the #1 issue you're trying to solve is there's a gap in our income. What is the gap? Where is it coming from? And people don't get their bank statements anymore, paper. So a lot of times they're like, I don't know. I dare you to go print out the actual statement and write it, look through it, use a highlighter, be like, okay, we see where the gap is going. I'm eating lunch every week, or I'm doing this every week. That way you know where the budget hole shortfalls are. And that's why I talk about Robinhood app and Mint app and sign up for these apps so you see where your money's going, because most people are using a debit card. So look, another thing on this, yeah, I'm reading some of your comments. Hey, Miss Conceited, Lauren Henderson, Ray, CJ, I don't want to say that, from UK. Thanks for coming out from the UK. Ray, some people are comfortable being in the hole. There's actually something to that. Studies have shown some people need to feel pushed or need to be like charged, like something's pressing, and it makes them do work faster. You ever see people at work where they got this deadline project and they wait till the last day? Same thing with book reports and essays. Okay. Ray, that's their comfort zone. Yeah. Ray, I put 2,700 miles on my car in 3 years doing deliveries. Woo! Ray, you ought to have all kind of write-offs. You ought to own a condo by now. Tim from Hawaii in the house. Hey, Tim. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is you got to figure out your budget. That's the truth. That's the biggest part. If it takes you getting out a piece of pen and paper, studies have shown like when you write things down on pen and paper, you're quicker to remember them. They're having problems with all these kids in high school, you know, using computers but not remembering, not comprehending things. That's very scary. So get a piece of paper, write out your budget, and #2 part of your budget paper is write out your debt, smallest to largest. Many of you are stressing about 2 or 3 bills that are like very small bills that if you just focus, you can have them knocked out, right? And there was a girl showing me her car payment, and it said extra, it had a little star, extra principal payment. So she could make her regular payment here and put her extra principal payment there. And I was like, every chance you get, put $25 to that, put $100 to it, put $500. Get rid of that payment. Get rid of that car payment. And you'd be amazed how that frees up your budget. You know, people don't realize their insurance on a brand new car. They don't realize their car payment. It's a lot. Now, what's usually happens, sadly, with most Americans, though, as soon as they get rid of that car payment, they go get another car. You're like, don't you want an extra 600 bucks in your pocket? So yeah, things like that. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. This was just a second live for today. I'm getting ready to go to Town Lake, go to the park, and walk it out. It's a beautiful Town Lake in Austin, Texas. But that's just the key for this week. Changing your mindset a little bit about some of these apps that are on your phone that could be helpful to you. You know, your phone's in your hand. It's a powerful tool. It just depends on how you use it. So, oh, also I want to say, with a lot of these apps, people say, well, Eric, I don't have a car. A lot of these DoorDash and apps actually let you ride a bicycle and they let you ride a scooter. So no excuses are going to be allowed. They even have a walking part to people that live in New York and people that live in certain parts of LA. If you put, I'm walking, they only do like 1 mile little trips. Same thing goes for packages apps, a lot of them. If you put that you're walking or you're on a bicycle, they got you. So with that, no excuses will be necessary. You guys, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. You guys, if you love this content, please share it. Please share it on Facebook. Share it wherever you can. I enjoy finding out, you know, where it gets shared. I enjoy people messaging me. It's good stuff. So look, whether you get any of my products or services, they're always in the links below. So thank you guys. Make sure you give a like, thumbs up to the channel. So later.